So recently I heard about a groom's party. I was getting ready for a wedding. A night before the wedding, the groom got a call that his relatives had been kidnapped. Okay, his relatives had been kidnapped. And immediately he stopped the gisting and the banter with the groom party, and they went straight into prayers. They held hands and they prayed for, I believe the story went, they prayed for, I don't know, 2 or so hours. And they prayed in tongues, they prayed in their understanding, they worshipped. And when they felt it release, they stopped praying and went back to gisting, like nothing had happened. And maybe an hour after they stopped praying, they got a call that the kidnappers had released the relative of the groom, the relatives of whomever it was that was kidnapped. And then I was thinking about this and I was like, wow, so many lessons here. So the groom's party was able to stop the gisting and the bantering and switch right into prayers. He didn't have to pretend to not be a prayer warrior before his friends. He didn't have to say, oh my God, let me call my pastor. He didn't have to stop the banter and switch, into silent mode or call a police officer or do something else. His support system was right there in the groom party. They knew what to do. They understood the assignment as his friends. I also think about the story in the Bible of, I believe it was Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was a very little guy, right? I believe it was Zacchaeus that needed to see Jesus. And who went up to the top of the roof and snuck him down the roof? His friends. Like, just think about multiple stories. You see that friendship plays a big role in if and how far you're going to go in your life. I know there's a lot of conversations on social media to talk about, friendship is important. Be the kind of friend that you want to have, be the kind of friend that you can lean on. But I don't know if there's a lot of people talking about the fact that you don't need a whole battalion of friends. Okay. I was listening to Apostle Ece yesterday, and she said something. She was about to go on stage for a meeting, for an intercessory meeting, something like that. But she was in a season where she had been pulled and pulled and pulled, and she felt like she had nothing else to give, and she was tired and just felt like, oh God, where am I going to get the strength or the energy to go show up for those people? I don't have it in me. And it occurred to her that she could call her best friend or her friend, and she called a friend of hers or someone, her friend, and said, listen, I need y'all to pray for me. I'm about to take on this assignment, but I just don't have it in me. And she recounted that for 3 days and 3 nights, this friend or group of friends, I don't know how many they were, if there was just one of them, did not eat and did not drink anything for 3 days. What were they doing? Interceding for their friend, Apostle Ece. And I just want to know if you still think that friendship is a joke. But before we even talk about that, I just want to ask you a simple question. Look around your circle right now. Do you have 1, 2, 3 people that you can call to say, hey, there's fire on the mountain. I need you to pray for me. I need you to agree with me on something. I need you to call a fast on this matter. I need you to do this. And do you have 1, 2, 3 people that would go to war with you? I'm not asking if you have 1, 2, 3 people that you can gist on the phone with and have conversations about your career and have conversations with about your weight loss or whatever it is that you're working on. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3 people that would go to war with you, literally. See, the Bible says that a friend will, I don't remember how it goes, but it's in the book of Proverbs, something about a friend will be there and a brother is there in times of adversity, something like that. And I really believe what that means is you want to choose a friend that sticks closer than a brother so that in the days of adversity, you know exactly who to call. You also want to be that friend that sticks closer than a brother. So in the days of adversity, you pick up your call. You want to be that friend that says, this going on, no problem, I got you. When are we going to war? When are we fasting? When are we praying? What's the matter? When are we waiting on God? You don't want to have friends that are too lazy to go to war with you. You don't want to have friends that don't believe in prayers or say they pray but really cannot go to war with you. You don't want to have a friend that says, okay, let's fast, and 3 hours into they're like, oh, well, I'm tired. You need warriors. There's not a lot of people talking about the fact that you don't need a battalion of friends. Women over 30, women over 40, hear me, hear me. Because I know many of you have been stung with the betrayal, the disloyalty, the whatever it is that comes with friendships. And I want you to know that the good news is you don't need 1,000 people around you. You don't need 100, you don't need 50, you don't need 20, you don't even need 10 people around you. If you got three solid people that will go to war for you, with you, you're good. So the question is, have you put yourself in a position to be that person who can be a friend to someone else? Have you put yourself in a position to be that person that can also war for someone else? Are you that friend to other people? Are you that kind of friend? All right, so that's the reflection question I want us to think about today. Let me know in the comments. Do you have 1 to 2 people, 1 to 3 people, 1, 2, 3 people that would go to war with you if need be? That's what I want to know today. Cheers. Bye.